Hey everybody, it's Basil Racuk, and I'm here to talk about my brand journey. I am embarking on an exploration of what it means to be online, because I'm really not. So I have a shop here in San Francisco where I sell pieces that I make. So I make leather bags, as you can see behind me, but I also have clothing here that I also make. I have a long history in the fashion world, working for big companies, and I went off on my own about 8 years ago. And it's been a lot of fun. It's also been really a physical experience, meaning to say, I have a shop, I have a retail shop where I sell the things, and that's where we're at now. And the plan here is to get me online in a bigger way, which means to say I'd like to synthesize what my brand message is, so that people who don't know about my brand feel comfortable and confident buying one of my pieces. That's what I want to talk about today, because inside of my brand, as with any brand, there are perceptions that the customer will have. Even a person who's coming into the store who isn't already a customer, there will be perceptions that come out of their experience in the shop. In an earlier video, I talked some about how this space for me is like a living room. When people come in, it's a very small shop. It's probably, I don't know, 300 feet. It's pretty small. But what they are experiencing, besides it being a small, compact place, is a variety of styles, and hopefully there is a continuity and a cohesiveness through the styles and through the colors and skins that I'm offering. So to that, and this is really the biggest issue I have, the quality of the materials that I'm using, the quality of my skins, and also the quality of the linings that I'm using are really extraordinary. And they can be because I choose every skin and I choose every lining. Oftentimes, sorry for the motorcycle, oftentimes those materials that I'm using, meaning the linings, are vintage linings. So I use a lot of vintage kimonos that I have brought to me from Osaka. Matter of fact, the shirt that I have on is a shirt that I made from a vintage kimono, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if you can see there as I get into the light, but there's a really beautiful pattern woven into this silk. So I am a big fan of extraordinary materials. Having been, as I mentioned a bunch of times already, having worked in big fashion companies for a long time, I've seen a lot of not so great fabrics, and I've seen some really amazing fabrics. And what happened over those years is that my eye and my hand got very clear on what I perceive to be quality goods. And I strive to use only quality goods here at the shop and in my brand. So drilling down on that point for a reason, if you were to go to my website and see a bag that's $500, but you don't know what my brand is, I mean, the big question would be, why is this $500? And it's a really good question if you don't know my brand and you don't know the philosophy around the materials and also around the make, because I make all these pieces and they're really beautifully done. Just objectively, they're really beautifully done pieces because I take a lot of time and pride in constructing these pieces. So how do you tell the story to someone who doesn't know the brand, but who is looking at a bag and saying, that's a cool bag, I like it, but am I going to drop $500 on it, not knowing this brand? I mean, that could be a big pain in the butt if it comes out that I don't like the quality and I don't like the materials. So my job with this series that I'm doing is to come to a better understanding of how to present the quality perspective and the artisanal perspective to a would-be client who could very well fall in love with the product, and also fall in love with the idea that you're buying something that a person has crafted. It's not from XYZ country, and that country might be an amazing manufacturing company, or it might not be an amazing manufacturing country. And I think this is the problem with just, mass production, generally speaking, is that quality is a very imprecise word to use when you talk about manufacturing, without going into that too much. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I'll probably come in later with a second thought, because that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm really enjoying doing these videos because they help me to kind of figure out how it is that I want to be online. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Definitely subscribe, and you can watch me on this journey. There's going to be a whole lot to talk about in this space. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk with you guys later. Have a good day.